This is chapter 1. These are pictures of Mark and my first home in Morningside Heights in Holiday, 3996 South, 3075 East. We were able to use Veterans Loan to make it possible to buy it. Jolene was just 6 months old when we moved in. These pictures just roam around, kind of showing you that in this area of Holiday, between 27th East and the Boulevard, were the only 100 homes that were built, and they were all bought by veterans and many of our high school friends. This was the big double garage and my first car. And there's Mount Olympus, covered with snow. Nothing from our house clear up above the boulevard. No other houses. Now here's Jolene in her crib. She'll love this one. She was just 6 months old and a pretty healthy little girl, but she loved her teddy bear and she loved her crib. Only I'm sure she'll wish we had dressed her before we took these pictures, but you grabbed the camera whenever you had a chance. So here we're fixing her up just a little bit. Being our first after 6 years, she was pretty loved. There's one of the nightgowns that Mom made all our kids. Here I come through the doorway with the birthday cake. Took us a while to figure out maybe whose birthday we were doing, but it turned out to be Mark's and his dad on February 15th. That's just a picture of Jolene. There's Ma with her bandana and Aunt Twyla, Uncle Bill. We all got invited to the parties. There's Nana holding Jolene on her lap, lighting the candles, getting ready to blow them out. And this is a funny part where they're trying to teach Jolene how to blow, but she always blew with her lip out and it went up her nose instead of toward the candles. But Paku was pretty patient. I think she was more interested in the camera though than she was with the cake. You can tell she's smiling. But there's Paku in his very young days, and we always celebrated their birthdays together. There's Nana. Now she gives a demonstration here on how to blow right. I don't think Jolene was watching oh yeah, she did look at her. So she was watching. There's Paku trying to show her also. Now that's the end of that. This is chapter 2. This shows Scott in the Holy Cross Hospital getting ready to go home. He was a pretty cute little guy. Here I am trying to get him to do something, I guess, but he's just a few days old. But the nurse comes in and dresses him because we're not to. In those days, they were very picky. They got him all dressed, and here they're going to put on one of Ma's little nightgowns with the ruffles on, even though he was a boy. She made him for all the babies. They were just tradition. Here she's going to wrap him up like a little papoose, but it was February. He was born February the 22nd, 1957, and he was just 5 days old here when we took him home. We were pretty proud of him. He was a great big 9-pound baby. And here's Jolene. She's taking over the feeding. She happened to turn out to be his second mother, actually. She was 6 years old when he was born. So it was like her having a new doll to play with. So he got plenty of kisses, that's for sure. Seems to be pretty good-natured, too. Now, this is Ma on her 53rd birthday with Beth Ann and Jolene, both giving her kisses, and then David pops his head in. And this is the ground, showing the groundbreaking of the Holiday 7th Ward. President Partridge takes charge. He'll be in the picture soon. But look at all the vast ground, clear to Mount Olympus, nothing there. When they were building the ward, just the houses down below. We weren't even living up above the boulevard then. We were still below the boulevard, but we were all one great big stake at the time. It was the first chapel. There's President Partridge, Bill Partridge. He took charge of the groundbreaking, being stake president at the time. We can't really identify anybody. It's a wee bit dark. It was just for the effect of showing nothing there when the chapel went up. And we've heard all about. We were, like I say, living below the boulevard. So we weren't, Mark, I think, was on the High Council, so we were involved, but not in the building of it as much as those that lived right up there at the time. But they've told us how they raised the This is chapter 3. This is a waterfall between here and Boise someplace. Mark and I and Pat and Dee Louder were on our way to Boise to visit with Stan and Tommy, who had moved there, were there for a couple of years. And there's Dee. He looks like he's maybe going to dive into the waterfall, I'm sure. And Pat and I just laughing, making him feel good, I guess. It's a beautiful place, but even Tommy can't remember. And this is Wendy, their little girl. She's just a year younger than Jolene. And she was out there waiting for us. And she runs out here in a few minutes. And she's brave because she hardly remembers us. But she's running out to greet us.
Whose kid is she?
Stan and Tommy's.
And is this their house in Boise?
Mm-hmm.
What are they doing up in Boise?
And Stan got a job up there with the telephone company. And so they were just up there for, a couple of years, if I remember right.
What year do you think that is?
And
how much older is she than Joe?
well, she's a year younger, so I would say right there.
52. Well, no, 53 or 4. Because how old was she there?
Maybe about 3.
So 53, 54.
53 or 54.
So the Louders and you went up to see the Kilborns?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And there's Dee giving
That was lip on lip?
Wendy a kiss. And Stanley, he's not sure. He's just excited, I guess. This is all, and Mark was following me with the camera, as usual, to make me nervous.
Oh, my.
But then he gave Tommy a really big, big kiss.
You guys are really good friends.
And we're high school friends, still have our club. And we tried to, when somebody moved away, we tried to still let them be apart. Now here we have Jolene and Teresa McCormick getting ready for their first day at school. Mark's going to drive them to make sure I still remember that dress of Jolene's. It was yellow with a big white collar because Ma had made it. Beth Ann had one exactly the same.
Shouldn't they have seatbelts on?
No seat belts. That was before seat belts, but they all survived in spite of it. Now here I am with Scott.
Who?
Scott.
Your first son?
My first son. Giving him a bath in the pink bathtub. And the bathtub was left over from Jolene.
Now we know.
So, and now we're at chapter 4.
Hold on.
This is chapter 4. This whole reel, I think, is of Scott. There he is, sitting on the lawn out in front with Jolene. He was really her big doll to play with.
Yeah. So this is 1957.
This would be 1957.
Pretty good looking kid.
Well, of course he was.
Yeah.
Of course you are.
Yeah. How come he's so fat?
Well, I think we finally put him on skim milk, so that thinned him down a little bit. This is me with Jolene and holding holding Scott, just posing for Mark, who always had the camera ready.
Where are we going?
You know, I don't have the slightest idea. I just,
So I have to be
we,
5 months, 3 months, 4 months?
oh, yeah, I'd say you were 6 months maybe there.
Really?
Mm-hmm. There's Jolene. She's going to take him for a ride.
So that'd be March, April, May,
In
June,
the-
July, August.
Push cart, and I think Teresa and Sid Gardner, Teresa McCormick and Sid Gardner, they had to share. They couldn't take turns. Scott didn't object at all as long as he was moving.
Am I tied in at all?
I don't think so.
Is this in front of your house?
It's in the neighborhood there, going around the corner, and now there
Good
he
crap.
is, just laying and relaxing. He did love his thumb.
Boy, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Oh, well, that's
Oh,
just...
did you have to? Jeez.
This is just good shots of him learning to roll over.
Couldn't I do it with pants on?
And it was, no, it's a lot easier without pants on, Scott. So
Oh my gosh, there it is.
So-
Or wherever it is. That is embarrassing.
He's just laying on the bed having a ball. That's a big doll sitting up on front of the bed. I think, oh, here he is in the big tub. So he did love that. I think
This one may not make the final cut.
I'm still, oh, of course. I'm hanging on to him because there were no such things as tubby seats like they have to put them in now. So we had to hang on to him with one hand, and
Look
whoops,
at the
there he
freaking
goes.
gut.
Well, I'm trying to
Thanks for covering up.
help
Yeah,
him
that's
you be
awesome.
modest there, but then you would rather suck it than let me wash you. But the bathtub was a fun place for him to be. It was probably summer if you were born in.
6 months would have been August.
So that was probably felt really good. This is, we were in our first house. And I don't know what I have on my head. I think it's holding my hair down.
Chapter 5. This is chapter
Now
5.
this is chapter 5, and this is a Swindeman family reunion. It's at Green Canyon in 1958. That's Joanne holding whoever, and Nana holding Scott. So they must have been, oh, Scott looks a little older there. This was...
Was this like a resort or someone's house?
This, I think, probably was old Grandpa Swindeman's old home. I don't know, we might have been in Sugar City, but the Green Canyon was where the... So I have no explanation for what these homes are. But now this is in Rexburg, I know, because that's the big tabernacle or whatever, the big rock buildings. Oh, the LDS Church, Sugar City. Okay, Sugar City.
There's Uncle Lynn.
No, that's Grandpa Swindeman.
Really?
Old Grandpa Swindeman, and there's Grandma Swindeman.
Wow, that looked like
And
Grandpa
that's
Lynn.
Lynn's wife. But now there's Rex and Mary.
Yeah.
And this is Scott. Gosh, he's got a chicken leg there.
So that would have been
He's-
Lynn's dad, though.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And Scott loves that chicken.
Wow.
We didn't worry about the bones. There's one of the
Various relatives.
daughters, various relatives.
There's Sammy.
Hilda. There's one of
John.
old Grandpa's brothers.
You remember which one?
The brothers were Fred and Rudy and Godfrey and Christy and John and Sam.
Right.
So that could have
Been
this-
either of them.
We're all just sitting around. You catch a glimpse of a familiar face. There's Grandma and Aunt Mary and
Were they telling
Okay.
stories?
they were up, and I think the brothers were telling most of the stories. And then they took family pictures, and this one was of
Oh, yeah.
our family. And
Cool, there I am with
Uh-huh.
that. Yep. Aunt Mary
So
in
that,
yellow.
that was all the brother Fred's family. And then this Godfrey, I think, is that brother that's standing there. And this would have been his family. And then another one with the gray hair to the right with all of his posterity. Now these these are the brothers.
Okay, this is chapter 6.
This is chapter 6. This one's
Wow, me again.
Scotty. Loved to tear up the newspapers. You can see all the trash around him there on the floor. We didn't worry about the ink. And this is before I let him have a haircut. He's showing off his 2 teeth there. Whoops.
So these probably weren't really good order because this is
I know.
before the other one, huh?
It's,
That's okay. But it's still in 57.
Right.
I'm not crawling because I didn't crawl.
No, but you get ready here
yeah.
to rev up your motor.
Yeah.
And that was me. I was so proud of your hair.
I did have amazing looking hair.
You had David O. McKay hair.
Yeah.
You had curls in the back.
Still do.
Kind of looks like Ollie's.
It does.
Yeah. There he is reading the paper again.
Laying down though. Rolling over with clothes on.
Look at that head of hair though.
Yep.
That was cute. I think I cried. Now
Here
he is.
Here I'm
He's
trying
revving up.
to scoot.
He's getting ready. Oh.
You don't even film it?
Well, yes. Oh my goodness. He's showing off. He's rolling right now. That's the big part. Oh, he found his thumb again.
Wow, that was a thumb sucker.
Quiet. Now there, he's
Oh my
revving up
gosh.
his motor. He's getting ready to go.
With no clothes on.
No, but it was a lot easier. There he goes.
What the?
He's getting ready. Here we go. Come
I'm not
on.
moving. What are you doing?
Oh. You do. There you go.
Oh my heavens.
It was a lot easier with no clothes on, Scott. I'm sorry.
I hadn't watched this enough to know how much was on here.
There. See, he knows he's doing something.
I'm not going very far.
Well, you could go. I think if you had your pants on,
There we
now
go.
there with your jammies
Wow.
on, there you can really. Of course, we're teasing you.
That's
See,
pretty amazing.
look.
Yep, that is so mean.
See, he's laughing.
No, I'm not. That's
Yeah.
torture.
No, he thinks this is fun.
I wonder where I got my mental problems. Look at this. And it's slow. Look at that. Yep, turn around.
Yeah,
Good.
he's given up on that. We were downstairs in our first house in the basement. It had tile on the floor.
Carpet
So-
would have been tough.
Here's Jolene helping him.
Wait for it. And chapter 7.
This is chapter 7. Here's Scott. First birthday with his angel food cake. I think we started something when
I'm really a year old there.
you're 1 year old.
And I can't crawl
Well,
or stand.
look at Olive.
Okay, we're not comparing great-grandchildren. Look,
Boy, did you love that cake, though.
did I eat it?
You get a little help here, and of course you ate it. But wait a minute.
What is it, angel food with a little
Angel
chocolate on
food?
top?
No, it was just brown on the top.
You burned it?
We had a nice, no, just brown. We had a nice cake to share with the people with candles on.
Not this one.
This was the one for you to play with. Now
It was angel food, though.
it was angel food, and there's Rex.
Yeah,
He's
that's right.
he's gonna have a handful,
That's gross.
and that must have been David. He was bigger. There's Beth Ann. Boy, they're really.
Is this Joe's birthday?
This is Jolene's 4th birthday.
Which would have been in April of 50,
She was born in 51, so it would have
55?
been. Mm-hmm. Excuse me,
No
I think it's
way.
her 7th birthday.
I was going to
not
say
her-
58.
Yes.
It would have been right after
7th.
my first birthday.
Yeah, 7th birthday.
Yeah.
And you can recognize a lot of these cute little faces in the neighborhood
Why do they wear dresses?
because little girls didn't wear pants then
Wow.
when they went to parties. Now there's Julianne helping.
Pin the tail on the donkey.
Pin the tail on the donkey. There's Sid against the wall.
There's a real pin too, huh?
You bet.
That is so sick.
Then
Kids could have killed themselves.
oh, we gave him help.
What is that? Is that fabric?
No, it's paper.
And this is whoever gets the stick
That's
when the
kinda
music
like,
stops.
Kind of like the hot potato
Yeah.
when your music stops, and all those little girls. That's me playing the music with Scott on my lap.
Yeah. Was that in the basement?
That's down the basement. And Jolene gets her first pair of high heels,
Wow.
and so she has to show them off.
Where was this house?
Where was it?
Yeah, Morningside?
3996 South 3075 East,
There you go.
just below where we
The
lived.
other house was.
The other house. She had a lot of. Morningside Heights was full of kids. There's Teresa and
Teresa, what was her last name?
McCormick.
Yeah.
And
Is that coffee?
I think it was Punch.
Punch?
I don't think that was the. I don't know what we had him sitting around. Oh,
Who was that right at the
that
end?
was Woody Matheson.
Oh.
And
Was he coming over to get his girl?
well, no, his oh, you know what? No, Woody was Jolene's age, and I think Woody was at the party, but I did not see him. But it seems like I have seen
Okay, so this is chapter.
this chapter 8. This is Scott's second birthday, 1959.
Do I walk yet?
Yeah. You actually started walking at 18
Oh my heavens,
months.
look at that.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
You had your hat.
Did I really wear that outside?
Uh-huh.
Good heavens.
Does that embarrass you now?
Good heavens.
Now here's
Oh, it doesn't have an ear thing.
Yes, it does.
What were you trying to do? Oh my
I guess
goodness.
we're letting you play a little bit in that cake, but it had
Oh.
candles on.
Again, angel food burnt on top with 2 candles.
Yeah, no, I think Jolene's trying to teach you how to blow candles like,
Mm-hmm. Good.
whoops, hey, you did a good job.
Without the spit.
Well,
Yeah, I did it.
and that's Aunt Twyla.
Twyla and Bill.
Uncle Bill.
Remember them.
And he gave Jolene a
Joe.
kiss.
Who was Ma's sister and husband.
And husband.
Your mother. Your aunt, Twyla.
Aunt Twyla and Uncle Bill.
First
And,
train set?
First train set.
No motor, plastic, push it
Oh,
around.
boy.
Yeah.
Well, there it goes.
Oh, it did have a little motor on it.
Yeah, I think that was David that set it up, and now Rex is having a buzz. I think that was Nana and Paku sitting there.
In a tie, shirt and tie.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Always. Oh,
Oh,
there you got a
bus.
fire engine.
That was a bus.
Was it a bus?
I think
Was it a
so.
school bus?
You, Aunt Beverly,
Uh-huh.
your sister, me, my new
Oh,
first pair of Levi's.
There you got Levi's.
I'm still blowing out candles. Holy smoke.
Whoops. You almost got your foot in it there. Good job. There's Ma's legs.
Oh,
So
my
she's
heavens.
lighting it for you.
Oh, everybody's blowing.
See how oh boy, love that. When we had birthdays, everybody came, all the
Yeah, they
family.
did. Wow.
There he is, just eating off the top. Really quite dainty.
I must have
about
I must have liked the burnt part.
that. It wasn't burned.
Did it have sugar? Why was it
No,
brown on
because-
top?
Well, it always browned on top because the other part was down in the pan. That was Beth Ann's head.
Why'd you make angel food? Was it cheap? There's
Now there's
Kirky.
Beverly with Kirky.
Yeah. My
on
cousin
her lap.
Kirk.
Cousin Kirk.
Wow, that looks cool. That's neat.
As a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. bless his heart, he lived to be about 36 years old
Yeah.
and had lots of problems.
We look good there. That was me.
Oh, that's
And then play. Okay, wait.
okay.
This
We're on
is
chapter 9, and this is our house on Diana Way.
and I got that stupid hat on.
Yep, we were building it while.
Is that a dog?
I think so. Somebody's dog. But we always had to go up and check on the progress. This had to be shortly after your birthday.
There's Money's house across the street.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. But
Look at no houses.
No houses. Just the ones along Diana Way. And there's Mark checking the plans.
So this would have
Any-
been 60? 59? Didn't we move up there when I was 3?
2. No, 3.
I think 3. So this was probably 59 while they were building it. So what's he trying to do?
I have no idea.
He didn't either, did he?
I think he was just pretending he
Yeah.
was kind of a frustrated builder.
Yeah. He thinks he's doing something.
I'm really not sure.
He's just throwing dirt around.
That he's throwing the dirt around.
Here we go. They're making the foundation. There's
Okay.
Money's house across the street.
Yeah,
Look at that. That's looking south.
south. Mm-hmm.
And now we're kind of
Kinda
looking
southeast,
southeast.
Mm-hmm.
Up toward the Z Trail. Oh, there's the bay window.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You know.
Look how they use wood forms for cement.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And that house is still standing.
I wrote down that I thought maybe Mark was digging holes for the footings, but I'm not sure.
There's no way. He was just moving dirt. You don't recognize that guy. Was he just a cement dude? He wasn't a contractor. Do you remember the contractor?
Yeah. Boyd Nielsen.
Boyd Nielsen.
Mm-hmm.
Did Uncle Hugh or Hal have anything to do with it?
No, he didn't.
That's pretty cool watching him do that. Man, those
Yeah.
are wood forms.
Yeah. They look at him holding the pipe while the cement comes out.
I think they're just cleaning it right now.
Are they?
Yeah, because
Oh.
they were done. Or checking how thick it is. Yeah, I think he's checking the... See, now they're doing pillars. Or
His name, I think, was Danzy.
Really?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. They do have some rebar there. Coming up.
Well, Boyd did a fantastic job on it. In
He
fact,
did. That was awesome.
nowadays when people check the construction of it, they said it'll be there forever.
Yeah, it wasn't a normal shaped house.
It
either.
was.
Okay, seriously. That hat was on when the sun was up or the snow was out.
We're just coming out of our first house there,
Same time.
at the same time, and
Oh, there's snow and no
There's
hat.
snow.
Okay. And this is chapter 10.
Chapter 10. And this is at Lagoon. More Business Forms was the company that Mark was with at the time. And this was the family party at Lagoon. There's Scott riding his.
That was probably the neatest ride other than
Yeah.
the roller coaster. Look at that. It still looks
Yeah.
the same. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, Lagoon has changed much, but there's still some of the old things.
Oh, jeez Louise.
And there's Scott's poor fungus feet. Poor little guy.
Is it because I never got a bath as a
And
kid?
no, it was primary. On the 4th of July, they had a parade, and what we had to do was put Scott in a wagon and pulled him around because
That stuff is gross looking.
Yeah.
I remember it itched
Oh.
like crazy.
it was sad.
Itched
He-
like crazy. Look at that.
Yeah, it really.
Wasn't I like that for like a year?
It was like that for quite a while until D. Rasmussen came to town.
No, I thought it was Smith. I thought it was the Smith twins' dad.
Uh-uh.
So there I am in the...
In the wagon
'Cause
getting
I can't
pulled
walk.
around because you can't walk.
Oh, that is so sad. Doug Gardner.
Doug Gardner riding in the back.
Wow.
Oh, we had
Was this a
cute-
primary parade?
a primary parade around the block.
Wow. Down at Morningside.
Uh-huh. No. This,
Up
this
Diana?
is up Diana Way.
Really? You really think it was?
Well,
Yeah, it could have been. That looks like Stan and Tommy's house. Is it? Chapter 10? Who's coming out right there?
Tommy.
Yeah, that's their house, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Because it has that kind of, yep, their stand.
That was in 1960. It said first part of our club bunch water skiing at Echo Dam.
So you're picking everybody up. Who's that? You missed it. Whose boat?
Ours.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That first one?
That little kind of beige one. This is
Yeah.
Dick. Dick.
I swear we didn't have an outboard. Maybe we did. That's
Yeah, that
really
was
cool.
Dick North.
This was Echo.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I don't think any of them had boats except us, and I think it was a little beige one.
Well, there's somebody's dinghy.
Maybe we had a couple then. That almost looks like Stan there coming up.
Yeah, look, that's Echo. You can see the...
Yeah.
That's not Dad. No.
No, whoever was taking
Camera
the
was
picture was in
terrible.
the boat. That
Yeah.
was for sure.
It's making me sick.
If that's Stan,
That looks like Stan.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. There we go. So this is chapter 11.
Chapter 11.
Okay. And what are we going to
Okay.
look at here?
And this is Brent getting a bath. This was in 1960. That's the year he was born.
Yeah.
So you can see the reflections in the mirror.
Because
So
is that our new house?
that's our new house.
Yeah.
And there's Jolene in the background. And
Oh, yeah. Cool.
I think Scott's someplace. I think he shows up. But it reflects us so we look like...
Wow. That's okay.
I don't think he's enjoying the bath too much, but
That's cute.
oh well. It was better than what we had before. He had a great big counter to lay on. Looks kind of ornery there. Oh, we're trying to get him to smile. Whoops.
Sneezes.
Yeah, he sneezes. He was kind of long with skinny legs.
Yeah, he was. Look at that.
Yeah, he was about 22 inches long, I think. And there's Scott.
That's me.
Yeah, Scott was checking him out.
That says the Beeline Kid. What the crap does that mean?
You look just like Boston
Yeah, I do.
in that shot.
Yeah.
Look at that. There they
Nice
are,
job. Yeah, all three.
checking him out. Yeah, they think he's okay. Now, this is a party at Lagoon. I think
Oh my
this
God,
was
look at
more
that.
business forms.
Yeah.
And we had their Scott. They went swimming, and then we picnicked, and it's hard to point out some of the people. There were Bill Carlson and
She's cute.
Ralph Johnson. I'm not sure. There's,
Morgan?
they lived in Ogden, I
Oh.
remember. There's some of the little kids with their inner tubes.
So this is Dad's work.
And, this was more business forms. And I think that's Steve, it looks like. Whoops, there's...
Wow, that's sad. Has he got
That's-
a shirt on?
Yeah, I think so.
No, he doesn't. That's his skin.
Oh, there you
That's
are
me.
sitting. You're sitting with Bill Carlson there.
Picking my nose. And
Your nose.
why do I have a life jacket on? I mean, what am I?
Well, gosh, the others had inner tubes.
And they're standing up. It's only 2 feet deep.
Well, no, it wasn't. I mean, gosh.
I remember the bottom of that pool was so rough.
Yeah.
I hated that thing.
They-
Who's touching me there?
Well,
That's not me.
No, that's their little boy.
Oh.
So,
So these are all unknowns, but they were friends from work.
yeah, that's Bill Carlson. Maybe the other one is...
Do we get
A little
pictures on the
hard.
ride?
I don't know if we got pictures on the rides or not. I don't think so. It was all no. Now we're chapter 12. And this just shows us walking around, checking the progress of building the house
On Diana Way.
on Diana Way.
And that's looking out-
4370 Diana.
That's
There's Mount
looking out the
Olympus.
kitchen door and window.
And I'm carrying Scott.
And these are living room windows.
And he's got his hat on.
That's not the gay one I had on last year.
That's the family room.
They all look the
with
same.
all the
I know, the
windows.
family room.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
and the garage underneath, the
Yeah.
double garage. And they're coming along. This is where the house turned the corner, and they actually had to work the boards. It frustrated them for a while to turn the corner. Oh, he's gave his dad a kiss. He's getting an explanation. I think he goes up the chimney now. Watch this. Just like Santa. Whoops.
Oh, my head. Did I hit my head?
No.
Jeez Louise, that wasn't funny.
I thought that was really cute.
That's the one between the living room and the family room.
Uh-huh. That went between the two.
So they're cutting wood in angles.
Uh-huh. See how it comes?
Yeah.
Because it came along and then turned.
It's a neat view.
Came along like East Cliff.
Oh, that's our house. That's the
Uh-huh.
front of the house.
That's the front of the house.
Yeah. Well, that's before Lauren Vaughn was there. Was it a circle before?
Oh, no, Lauren Vaughn stopped. I mean, right at the driveway where our garage is, it was the field.
Yeah,
So that was that way for quite a few years. There's Daddy giving Jolene and Scott a hug. He was proud of this house and spent half his time checking it out every night.
these are all different days.
Uh-huh. They're looking out the window.
We're looking out the same window in different clothes.
Well, we went up often, but we could see them building it from the house we were living or renting at the time down on Morningside Heights.
There's the front.
Yeah, there's the
East
front.
side.
There's the door.
That'd be the south side.
Mm-hmm.
Put that wood in the middle. I don't understand that, but that's how they build them back then. The eaves.
Showing the big overhang. That the wood was combed wood. Really
That was the
pretty.
back.
Yeah, that's the kitchen. There's the family room with the no windows in it yet, but
It's got to be the plumber. Is that Beezer? That wasn't the plumber. Who was the
No,
plumber?
oh, Brent can tell you.
He was a ditch digger. Okay, here I come out naked.
This.
That is embarrassing. Why don't I have a bra on?
Well, now
What am I doing?
I don't know, but you're having
Oh
fun.
my heck! Look at the farmer tan. Seriously, I don't have a shirt on. Oh, you wonder why I have a weight. You wonder why I have a weight problem. Okay, there we go.
Here we have chapter 13. This is a steak dinner at our house for the tennis group. Mark and Louie and Nate and Bill Carlston, which he doesn't seem to be here at the very beginning.
But they used to play every Saturday.
They had a round robin. They played, and Louis Livingston had the tennis court. And the loser had to foot the bill for the steaks for the dinner.
But didn't they play all year? And
They played in the tennis clubs that Nate belonged to, I think. There's the stakes, and everybody had their name on one. So I don't know if... and that's, I guess...
What does the cake say, do you know?
Well, the cake, I think, has
Their names on it?
tennis players and Annette and whatever. And this is Lois and Nate playing a game with the tennis ball, trying to swing it around.
You're standing in front of some major windows there, so your neighbors can see this, right?
I'm sure.
With bright lights on, because he had to have bright lights on to do this. So this was embarrassing for you.
No, we didn't notice that.
Well, the neighbors, I bet, did.
See, I'm sure they...
Because you're not doing it with your spouse. You're doing it with the other
No,
couples.
you did it with somebody else.
Yeah.
It doesn't show me doing it, I guess. I should have had a chance at some time.
You should have. There's Bill.
Bill must have come in late after the
So they're cutting the cake.
cutting the cake, and the cake probably had the name of the winners. Now here we have Brent doing his super, I don't know, we can't call it a crawl, it's super bounce, I guess. Kind of copied a little bit after his brother Scott, but Scott had more of a bounce. There he has his cowboy hat on.
buffing the floor with his butt. He was really just cleaning the floor, wasn't
He
he?
really was. He
Yep.
did a tremendous job.
Yep.
Didn't ever have to dust mop.
He's standing there.
Yeah, well, he stood up, but he didn't walk very early. And I'll see, we put corduroys on him there, so.
That could really do a good job. Did you spray like detergent on his butt? And then
No. I think we should have.
Look how dirty his socks are. That poor
Well,
thing.
they were kind of rubbed along.
And he did this all day.
Well, every chance he got, that was what wore him out.
Because I think you're sitting right here laughing at him. Look, you're giving him crackers to encourage him. Look,
Well, no. I mean, maybe I am.
there's the bar.
Yeah. There's the toy chest
Toy
behind.
chest, yeah, all built in.
Yeah. Full of toys and books for the kids. Well, we really let him show off here.
Yeah, really. God, he got lots of... Look, you
Oh,
got
I-
something in your mouth. See, you're teasing him.
I'm coaxing him with
Yeah.
crackers.
In your mouth?
Oh.
And then throw it on the floor. Oh,
Well.
my. Jeez Louise.
Goodness sakes, I don't think it hurt him.
Yeah, well. Okay, 14.
Yes, chapter 14, and here we're going to have Brent's third birthday, 1963.
Look
He
at
was
his knee.
3 years old. And there's Lee walking.
Wow. So I guess he walks... Oh, there's Gigi. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Lee walked at 10 months.
Okay,
he kind
whatever.
of beat the others.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, what's he got there? One of his toys.
10 months.
So I don't know. Oh, it's a
Shovel and a hoe.
Oh
and-
gosh,
yeah.
he got some tools to work outside.
He was a tall dude.
Yeah, he was. He still is.
He got it all.
Got the height.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's little Gigi.
Wow.
It was a present to Jolene for one of her birthdays.
She wasn't very old, that dog.
No. That was one of Jack and Marcy's dog's puppies.
Really?
That their dog had puppies, and there was Rex.
Oh, he got a tricycle.
Oh, got his tricycle.
I remember that. We used to ride that down the
And
street.
there's Ma.
That's Ma.
And here he is. He's got skin knees. Oh, there's Scott showing him how to how to pedal. He finally learned.
He's a good bike rider. Look, he still uses his tongue like that.
Yeah. There's
There's
Jolene.
No, that's Beth Ann.
Oh, Beth Ann's helping him.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He knew how to do that.
3 years old.
Okay, he's not supposed to touch the cake.
There's Scott. He's going to get a little icing,
Oh,
too.
my heaven. Oh, my.
And that was
There's
David.
David.
Oh, there's
There's
David.
David.
That was Rex that we saw. And there's David
Yeah.
getting a lick.
He has a shirt and a tie on.
I don't think he had a tie, did he?
He did too.
Oh my gosh. I guess we were trying to get him to take a taste.
Were you letting him do that on purpose?
Well, I guess we encouraged it because everybody was...
We had those folding doors that separated the room. I
Yeah, for a
remember those.
while.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So there's everybody.
And there we are.
Was he always in
outside.
diapers?
Well, he was little.
Well, it's good heavens. If he walks, he should know.
Yeah.
There's Ma.
Yeah, cute old Ma.
And
There's
Beverly.
Beverly rocking. Beth Ann, Jolene, me.
It's just that on the back porch, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Without a cover, without a top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This must be Lee's birthday.
Do you know, this is Lee's birthday. He was 1 year old, 1963, because he was 2 years younger than
Yep.
than Brent.
And their birthdays are only 2 weeks apart. Wow, there's Murdoch's house.
Murdoch's house across the street. Yeah.
The dog's looking okay, I guess.
Yeah, the dog's
Play.
doing fine.
So this is 15.
Chapter 15. This is what we call the pool party. And there's the pool in our backyard
look
with
at
the
that.
3 boys.
Yeah, look at that.
And
I was in pretty good shape. My gut's rounded off now instead of flabby. Gotta be kidding
and Lee
me.
was delighted in squirting everybody,
Yes,
but
he
not
was.
so delighted in getting in himself. I think he knew he was the youngest. And
He wasn't a water dude to begin with.
He turned out to be a water baby, but right then he had more fun squirting his brothers.
Even you have swimming suit on. Oh, now he's getting in.
No, but
Had you just been golfing?
probably
Or you have your swimsuit on?
no. I don't know. It's just
So he
And
gets the
he's-
hose. He's fat too. Look at that.
oh yeah. Now,
Still got a diaper on.
now watch how long he stays
Yeah,
in.
what a wuss. Oh, he's crying like a baby. Good heavens.
No,
I
he-
should squirt him. Why don't I squirt him?
He just thought it would be a lot more fun to squirt than to.
Well, look at me. How gay am I? Go. Get in the water.
You were just a little kid.
That's ridiculous. I must be 12.
Oh, you're
Oh, that's
not.
just great. Jeez Louise. Now here's a view of the city. No
Yeah.
Churchill.
Churchill.
It's not there.
No Churchill. See, it was
Yeah,
all.
look at that.
Yeah, it was all.
That's
all
cool.
Field.
No, there I meant. Must have got warm all of a sudden.
Well, yeah. It
So you
wasn't-
bought this pool for us. How nice
Well,
of you.
sure. It wasn't the greatest pool in
Yeah.
the world, but it was better than nothing.
Summertime. Had to be
It
what,
was-
64? Oh, 64? What would it have been?
Oh.
How old Lee there? He's a year or more.
Lee's about it, and yeah, he's
And he was born in 63, right?
62.
Oh yeah, 62.
So this would be about 64.
Brent's in really good shape.
63. Well, Brent was always skinny no matter what.
Man, I am
He
just...
just-
No wonder I had a weight problem. I was always that way.
No, don't say that. Okay, this is
Taking
our
a trip?
trailer trip.
I've noticed that we don't wear shirts more. Did we not have shirts?
Well, you got nice suntans. But I
Look at us,
noticed
we're naked all the time.
Jolene and I with our snoods on.
Yeah.
And that's really darling.
Yeah.
But there's the car.
Wow.
It looked like the trailer was
Wow.
pulling the back of it down just a little bit.
I remember that. Did we rent that?
Uh-huh.
What do we... He's not driving with us in it, is he? What are you doing on your hair?
Well, I guess we didn't. Well, I don't know. We didn't
Oh,
want.
my.
Oh, and Lee fell down. Oh,
Dog's kissing him.
oh, and Gigi went up to give him a kiss. Oh.
Again, no shirt. Where do you think we are here?
Well, we just kept stopping with
At relatives?
down south. No, I just
Oh.
think at a picnic ground. And
Still no clothes. Jeez Louise. That's
Yeah.
sad.
well, it was less washing that way.
Apparently.
But we had a fun trip. It wasn't quite like the motorhome, but it was fun. And there we are at a picnic table.
I kind of remember this. Isn't
We
that
just
weird?
went down through southern Utah,
Yeah.
not too far.
Okay, this is 16. Chapter 16.
Chapter 16. This was 1965. So he was 5 years old.
Who was?
Brent.
It's his birthday.
That's his birthday. And we have a cute picture of.
Look at the kid in the tie, man.
Well,
He obviously didn't want to be there.
that was one of the little boys in the neighborhood, but we have a. No, he just isn't very happy. Oh, Brent wants him to.
Yeah. She looks familiar.
She does, and I can't think of what her name was. Brenda.
Oh, my Alan
There's
Rigby.
Alan Rigby
Brad Hansen.
and Cindy Hansen
And Knutson.
Knutson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All at Brent's birthday. How
Yeah.
cool is that? Look at Alan Rigby.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Is that cute enough? And Lisa Christensen is there
Yeah.
too.
Is the kid over here a Murdoch?
I think so. There was one his age. Joey. Was it Joey?
Look at this.
This must have been a game.
Yeah. That girl stayed the whole time with him.
But yeah, and she's so familiar, and that's her little brother, but I'll be darned. I can't think of.
Oh,
Whoops.
oh my heck, you're killing these kids. It was sending them right over or whatever. The kid went on his back. There's Beth Ann.
Yes, yeah, Beth Ann.
So she
she's
was
holding-
helping. Well, there's a lot of kids
Yeah.
there. That was cool.
Yeah. We had a lot of kids in the area. Gosh.
Watch it. Oh, they didn't show up. right?
Everybody had.
They come in dresses. How
Uh-huh.
sweet. Oh, there's
Well,
Lee and
there's-
Lisa.
There's Lee and Lisa.
Lisa Christensen.
Is that cute?
She was a cute girl.
Yeah. I think he kind of.
What's he doing with his hand?
Well,
Come on, Mom. What kind of mother? Jeez.
He's just giving her a big hug.
Look at Brent.
Brent was.
Holy shnipe.
At 5 years old.
He was trying to move in on her too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa was so cute. She lived right next door.
Yes, she did.
And looks like Brent's must be opening presents because you never can see between the kids.
Mm-hmm.
There's one interesting part in this, though. Oh my gosh.
Tractor loader.
Tractor loader.
Your hair, what, you did the gray thing?
Yeah, that's...
Or silver.
No,
There's Beth Ann.
I think it was just plain gray then. Gosh.
Boy, he got stuff. Look at that. It's a wheelbarrow full of presents.
A wagon. He got a wagon.
A wagon. No,
Yeah,
a
wagon full
wow.
of presents.
There's a neighbor girl.
Yeah.
Well, that's
And
not a very good...
Brent sat on a cupcake.
He sat on a cupcake. Oh, my gosh. We're actually looking at it.
He actually sat down on it. So we had to take a picture of it.
Wait.
This is just scanning around.
There's the dog. Oh, all pretty. We were so proud of her.
Oh, and Gigi's had a haircut.
So, okay. This is 17.
Chapter 17. And
this is
Cousin David and Scott waiting for John Streeter, who was the pilot for Aerial Applicators, a company that of firefighting that Nate and Mark had. There's John, and this is the helicopter. And he's taking Dave and Scott up to show him around Alda Canyon. And there it goes.
He went alone to test it.
Oh, okay.
To make sure it wasn't. It had been up there for a while and he hadn't run it, so he wanted to make sure it was okay.
Didn't it just sit up there on a little wooden...
He looked for fires with it. That's what he used it for. So he came back, and then he picked...
and then Aerial Applicators had the planes that fought the fires that dropped the retardant and that, but...
Oh, actually, he went out and picked up some guys. Those are guys he picked up. So this is Dad in it. I don't know who's with him, but he recorded looking out the window. It was raining. So he took off and just went up the canyon.
Is that snow on the ground?
No.
Just...
It's just wet. But then he went up to this platform that was hooked to the side of the mountain with logs, and it had gas and stuff, I guess, up there to refuel. So he lands on that. Then he took off again, and they went up and saw some of the construction that was going on.
Oh, that
up at Alta.
would have been one of the ski lodges.
Yeah, he just did this as a favor. It wasn't. He wasn't trying to accomplish anything, so it was kind of cool.
Oh, what year would that have been, Scott?
It doesn't say on there. I would guess I was 12, maybe. I don't know. 69, 70, maybe.
Oh, I bet it was maybe even earlier than that. I don't think you look 12.
Then he just brought it down and parked it where it was before. There's the truck, and that's somebody. I don't know who that is. Standing there. But he had to take us two at a time. That might be me. I don't know who went up. We went up a couple of times, so.
There.
It's me and David.
Now, you don't look 12.
We could be 8, 9, or
10,
10.
maybe.
Yeah, 67. It wasn't that cold. I was told to sit up, obviously.
Yeah, and there's your dad with you.
Fancy pants and his leather jacket. Look, we're out in the mountains, and he's got leather coats on. You can see the camera thing coming out of his pocket.
And that
was that.